folks, it is the Turtle Dork back with a new reaction for you today. So it looks like yesterday there was a trailer that dropped for a film called Mid90s. Now this is a film that is supposed to be the directorial debut for Johah Hill. I believe he wrote and directed this film. Don't know much about it outside of that. Of course, you know, from the title, it does take place in the mid-90s. I'm definitely intrigued by this film because it is yet another actor turned director, somebody that is putting their hat into the directing realm, and I like seeing that. I like seeing what actors do behind the camera, because they know how to be directed and how to work with actors, and it's always interesting to see how certain actors, how they develop a story and a script, and their takes on that. But yeah, outside of that, don't know really much about it. Another reason I'm intrigued by it is because I'm not necessarily a child of the 90s, but my youth was in the 90s. You know, my high school years, my college years was in the 90s, so that's an era that I'm definitely very familiar with. So that kind of gets me intrigued as well. So yeah, with no further ado, let's go ahead and check out this directorial debut by Johah Hill, Mid90s. Uh-oh. Got some Wu-Tang. Digging it. Tears. Sound like the original though. Oh.
It's very much sensitive, man. What's going on, man? I'm moving. Steaming.
It's got a documentary feel to it.
Hey, little nigga with the toy dog badge, come here. Say nigga, I don't think. Fucking Sheryl Crow looking motherfucker.
This is awesome. Never been in a car without someone's mom and dad before.
They're so cute. We're like at the age before guys become dicks.
You think you're pretty cool. Your ghetto ass friends.
You good?
Is that Lucas Hedges?
You think you're tough and shit. You're just a little fucking kid.
A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst. But I think if you look at anybody else's closet, you wouldn't trade your shit for their shit. So let's go.
That's why we ride a piece of wood, like what that does to somebody's spirit.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yo, Stevie fucking insane.
Dang, you know, you know what it kind of reminds me of? A little bit of the whackness, just from the music vibe of it. But you can definitely feel that there's a certain type of authenticity to it, because it definitely felt like it had a documentary feel to the piece as well. And you can never go wrong with A24. You know that they're always going to put out a really, really good product, but a couple of things that kind of intrigued me about that. First, just like with a ghost story, it's using the 4:3 aspect ratio, which I think is it's different, but I think because it's a film that takes place in the mid-90s, I think because, like I was saying, with that authenticity, he wants it to feel like it was a movie made in that era. And you know, of course, like with you know, with VHS, SVHS camcorders, high 8 camcorders, stuff like that. And you even see that in the film. And it looks like it's really going deep into like that skate culture that was really big in the 90s. Tony Hawk and all that stuff back then. So I don't know, it looks like it could really be interesting. And it's basically like the kid Stevie. It's more like a coming of age type of story. And I mean, I'm always down for a coming of age film, and something set in the mid-90s that has that vibe of that era and can really kind of transport you back to that, especially for me personally growing up in that era. I believe this is West Coast, although I'm not too familiar with that culture on the West Coast during the 90s. But yeah, I'm digging the vibe of that trailer and what it was showing. I mean, I think that was Lucas Hedges. I'm gonna have to look that up on IMDb. But man, I tell you, like him, Timothy Chalamet, like some of these young cats coming up, they're doing their thing. And because I think they're in a couple of other movies coming out later this year, so they're really especially making their mark in a lot of these Oscar-worthy films. Or awards contenders. But yeah, I'm definitely digging that. But anyway, let me know what you thought of the trailer for Mid90s in the comments below. Go ahead, rate, like, subscribe, and share, and go ahead and check out my other dorks at MouthDork, at the Disco Dork, and at Sidewalk Sour. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork, and with that, your boy is out.